At least since the popularity of aromatherapy, lavender has become really well known for its use in aiding relaxation, tranquility and peace. But like most common garden herbs, lavender is also associated with a long history of folklore and superstition. It's believed to have a number of magical uses, and it's been used in religious and magical ceremonies for centuries. Every year, tourists flock to Provence in the south of France, as the lavender fields there are a real draw with tourists, and last summer I was one of them. Partly enticed by the sheer scale of the lavender fields, together with the beauty of the purple flowers and the scent, I, like most tourists, wanted to see them with my own eyes. But I also was aware of the long history of folklore of lavender, and I wondered how much people who were visiting the fields knew about this. The publicity for the fields is often romanticised. The image of a woman in a long floating dress, a hand touching the lavender, is often used to entice tourists to the region for the lavender fields. And that appeals to the whimsical side of me too. And yet the iconic image evokes ancient mythology. In ancient Greece, lavender was associated with the goddess of love, Aphrodite. It was said to be used in her temples in her honour. It's also believed that in ancient Egypt, Cleopatra wore lavender to seduce men. Lavender's association with love and romance has lasted throughout the ages. In medieval Europe, for example, young women were said to place lavender in sachets under their pillow in the hope that they would dream of their future husbands. And it's perhaps well known that prostitutes wore lavender in order to attract their clients. In some modern-day magical communities, it's believed that lavender can protect against negative energies, and this idea is rooted in a much older ancient world. In ancient Greece and Rome, for example, it was believed that burning lavender could protect against evil spirits and negative energies, or even used to protect against illness and disease. And we see this idea reoccurring in medieval Europe, where it was often worn around the neck or in the pocket to protect from the plague. Unlike other herbs such as rosemary, it's a long-standing belief that planting it outside the entrance to your home can also protect you from unwanted energies and visitors. Having said that, I discovered a story about the fear of having lavender anywhere near the entrance to a home in ancient Rome, because it was thought that lavender's scent attracted scorpions and snakes. As well as being linked to love and romance, protection and healing, lavender has at certain times in the past been linked with death. In ancient Egypt, for example, it was often used in the embalming process. Its scent countered that of the decaying body. And its purple flower, the colour often associated throughout time with royalty and spirituality, was also seen as important in assisting the deceased on its journey into the afterlife. Magical knowledge about herbs such as lavender goes beyond the properties found within the plants themselves. As Scott Cunningham in his works about magical herbs as often points out, the basis of magical healing is magic. The magical powers believed to be contained within the herbs are directed by the healer or the magical practitioner. And Cunningham has written extensively about ways in which to exploit the magical properties within the herbs, either through charging them with emotional intention or by chanting over them. While I'm really interested in the magical knowledge surrounding herbs, I haven't actually tried anything like that myself. If you have and you can want to share any of your experiences, that'd be really interesting. Leave me a message in the comments. I'd really like to read about that. I do think that lavender definitely has a power to calm the mind and can relieve anxiety. Of that much I'm sure through my own experience. And I grow lavender each year for many reasons really. To burn at home for the scent, because it looks gorgeous and smells gorgeous in the garden, particularly after it's just rained. And because in harvesting and drying lavender, it connects me to something much older, to practices that I've read about in books, and to the meanings that people have made throughout the centuries.